What's up, everybody? Brett here. We're back playing some more ARAM. Alright, what are we going to do? So, we have a Lucio, but he's got multiple healers. I'd rather play Lili. I'd rather heal. Oh, at the last second he switched. Oh, man. Double healer is not bad in this mode. So, for guys, those of you who don't know what I'm playing, I did kind of a half-assed intro there. But I do a lot of this on the channel. This is Brawl. This is all random, all mid. We do a bit of a draft here. Our teams pick from a group of 3, and we all fight down one lane to push to the other's core. This was super fun back in League of Legends. It's still fun now. It's pretty much the only Brawl that I like to play. And yeah, so I have Lili. I have a healing character, and I'm going to go ahead and take Eager Adventurer, which makes it so that every time her passive is triggered, it lasts longer and the mana regen is better. Essentially, it's just going to give me infinite mana, and it's going to let me move faster once I take a hit and regen mana faster. So that's kind of the whole deal. The fun thing about ARAM is that you can really do whatever you want. A lot of people will try and tell you how to make builds and how to do things, but you don't have to always do what other people tell you to do. I'm a pretty good Lili player, one of my better heroes. I would have pretty happily taken Tychus if I'd have known he really wanted to play Lucio. But like I kind of said in the beginning, having double healer is not bad. And then also, Tyrion's a bit of a support tank. His shields can go to his allies, so we're going to have a lot of damage mitigation. Even Raynor has means of healing himself. The only character we need to be really careful of is Garrosh, and he's going to be able to do stuff like that. Against an enemy team with Garrosh, I don't know why we're fighting this close to their gate. We should just back up a little. Yeah, well. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're not expecting it. Lucio may be able to get him out, and he's not. You need to play careful. It usually, I mean, that's honestly almost always what happens when you're playing against an enemy Garrosh. It takes a couple minutes for your team to really, like, acclimate themselves to what it's like to play against them. And our enemy team basically has 2 healers as well. I mean, Tassadar is kind of a weak healer, but a healer nonetheless. He's considered a support character. It just really depends on how he builds it. And then Alexstrasza is one of the stronger support characters in this mode. Lucio, I would argue, is probably the strongest, with Lili maybe being a close second. Kind of up in the air. Lili, Alexstrasza, they're all kind of vying for second place, in my opinion. And like I've said already, we need to watch out for that toss. Tyrael, if anyone's going to get tossed, we need it to be Tyrael. Let's make sure we're picking up these globes. A lot of times there are globe builds done on Alexstrasza. Let's see if we can kind of deny her of that. So let's get the slow on Blinding Winds. And a few extra heals there is going to make sure that our guys don't die. Our Lucio essentially just needs to stay in healing mode. There's really no reason to ever go for the increased movement speed. It's a very niche situation you'll find yourselves in where you need to switch. But in ARAM, someone's always going to be hurt, so you're going to want that healing. Let's see if we can get on this. Yeah, even Gazlo wants orbs if he's going that build, so making sure he has some is pretty solid. And this is not the best matchup for Blinding Wind. They don't really need their auto attacks. We're going to stop back there at the fountain, get some mana. Auto attacks is not how they're going to do damage to us. It's going to be primarily through, magic damage, Li Ming. These turrets are probably wrecking us. And anyone who can take those out needs to. And to be honest there, her using her ability that pushed her back probably killed her. She threw herself away from my range. We're going to use what's left of our mana to heal. That's good. Lucio's quest is done. Super easy to get done. It basically increases the radius of his abilities. So he's going to have a lot easier of a time healing than he was before. We can spread out just a bit further and still get those buffs. Alright, Tyrael doing Tyrael things, it's good. You can check the stats every now and again. Yeah, Lucio, no surprise, is going to be a great healer. Throwing up big numbers. All he has to do is exist and he's going to get good heals. Like I said, he basically should never leave healing mode. And Lili comes online a little bit later, but is definitely strong. And can we save? We can't. Cannot save Raynor. Yeah, someone being a little rude there. The Serpent does almost no damage and gives almost no healing. The Serpent would not make the difference at all. And most of the time, Tyrael is going to be pretty useful for the Serpent because he's always going to be in range of someone. Wow, he's crap talking my heals right now. You guys are watching at home. You see that I've basically been hitting Q every second that it's off cooldown. Like I said, she comes online much later for healing.
Thanks for the pick-me-up.
I'm assuming he probably doesn't play Lili. Every talent that we get is going to exponentially really increase her healing numbers. Like right now, we just added another like healing over time aspect to our brew. That's going to increase our numbers. I'm not going to respond to his rudeness. I'll even give him the Serpent there, when in reality it should once again have gone on Tyrael. Putting a Serpent on a character who's just like diving headfirst into stuff is like it's not going to keep her alive. It's really incremental healing. Let's watch. So right there, it's doing 27, 28, 28. I mean, it's super minor healing. 100 HP over like 5 seconds is not going to keep her alive when she's diving into Garrosh. So that's the point. I don't need to tell this guy that. Most of the time, you don't want to argue with people over the internet. I'm not sure, honestly, if they're talking about me. I've basically never run out of mana this entire game. Here we go. As long as you carefully cycle to the fountain, you're really always going to have mana. Just pick your times. And sadly, Li Ming is able to kind of throw at us with impunity.
Thanks for the relief.
And now we get our talent. We'll take healing. An argument could definitely be made for us going for the dragon. Just because it seems like we need a bit more damage. And we'll blind Alexstrasza in dragon mode. That's really strong. Because she does such huge damage in like an AoE, and if you blind her, she gets none of that. So without even looking at the talents, I can tell you that Li Ming has taken the talent that resets the orb whenever it lands on a hero. So even letting her hit us one time is pretty bad news. Wow, I feel like this guy is like rage mode, and he probably doesn't play ARAM very often. Li Ming is certainly in the top 3 most broken heroes in this mode. I think that's pretty easy. Kael'thas probably being another one. And then maybe Zarya would be the other strongest. With like honorable mentions to perhaps like Sergeant Hammer, Thrall, those types of heroes that have really spammable abilities. Zul'jin, actually Zul'jin might be in the top 3 as well. But anyone with a spammable high damage ability, especially ones that scale infinitely, in the way that Zul'jin does, Nazeebo can scale infinitely. I had a really awesome Nazeebo game the other day that went on for like 35 minutes. And by the end of it, with the Voodoo Ritual bonus, I had over like 10k HP. I had like 10,500 HP. And I was able to, just like face tank everything. So let's pop our jug in 1,000 cups, keep everyone alive. Tyrael is now invulnerable. So you know, he's not losing any health while we're trying to heal him. That's good. Almost would have liked to see Judgment, just so he could dive on someone like Li Ming and stop her. So now we have an option between increasing the duration, which makes it so that we have to auto-attack the people that we blind. It's not really going to happen. So I'm going to go for like kind of the easy passive spell power. We just need to blind 2 heroes to activate it, which is pretty simple. Like I said before, it's pretty important trying not to let Li Ming hit us if we can, even if it means stepping back for a second. Yeah, it's rough.
Much better.
Now that's more like it.
Alright. They're blind now. We still have enough mana for our ult.
As new.
And we'll slow and blind them. And Raynor unfortunately got tossed on the other side. I was hoping that she would stand kind of in our range there, but that's okay. I'll heal myself. None of that healing went to waste. It just wasn't going to the correct target. As a healer, I generally try not to heal myself, but you can't control where Li Ming's heals go. She goes to the lowest HP target. See if we can get closer before we use our Blinding Wind, so we could try and catch Li Ming in that Blinding Wind as well. Garrosh's whole deal, if you don't know, is that the lower HP he gets, the better armor he gets. So the closer he gets to no HP, the tougher he is to kill. It's kind of his whole deal. And that's why he was able to escape constantly with such little HP. Yeah, anyone who gets grabbed is just going to probably die, as long as we're fighting under a fort like that. Of course, Garrosh is going to go for the second one. Alright, let's see if we can make it out of here alive without Garrosh tossing us. Barely. At the very least, thanks to having 2 healers, we have a pretty good defensive squad. We just need to not run into enemy. Imminent death is what I was trying to say. But yeah, I mean, the guys' complaints are not invalid. They have a strong team. Alright, let's not die to like some random AoE stuff. Yeah. Let's make it so that we can heal multiple targets at once. There's a slightly longer cooldown, but the fact that it can heal 2 targets is pretty strong. So, what it usually means is it'll heal me and someone else. We're going to try and keep him alive. Lucio, you know, using his speed to try and get him out of there. If we have to, we'll pop jugs. Alright, let's use it. I saw that toss coming. The fort's dying. We need to try and turn this fight. Ooh, that's a brutal combo. And you'll see, pretty much we used all those spells and abilities and we're still at pretty decent mana. Mainly because of Fleetfoot giving us a ton of mana. And guys, if someone like criticizes your build or like talks crap about your stats, don't take it personally. Sometimes, you know, maybe it is bad, you know. In my case, it doesn't happen to be the way. But, man, couldn't quite get him. In my case, that's not true. I mean, we're going to have great stats by the end of this. We'll look at them later. Expect Lucio to have slightly higher numbers for sure, because all he has to do is exist to heal. Doesn't cost him any mana. There's no resource management. But yeah, don't get too aggravated. Don't get too bent out of shape. There's always going to be someone who thinks they can play your hero better than you. And this is supposed to be like a custom map, fun mode, no big deal type of thing. Let's slow Garrosh, make sure he can't catch us.
Much better.
Start double healing. So yeah, I mean we're completely like caught up with Lucio. And she's gonna get tossed. Thank God Tyrael took it. Yeah, let's just heal right now. Top everybody off. They're focusing Garrosh way too hard. Without judgment as a means of diving. Oh God, let's get out.
I'm feeling good.
I love you so much right now.
Yeah, this dude is cranky from the get-go.
Good.
Yep, getting caught out means death. And at certain points, I don't mind taking a hit for a building. My mana is pretty much infinite. And if she's going to throw, you know, those big bombs at me, at least she's not doing it towards our keep. We're going to really want to keep our buildings intact if we want to push this fight back. Let's give the Serpent to Tyrael. Alright, Jugs, here we go. What do we have? Okay, Mistweaver. Okay, is it Mistweaver? Yes. Let's give everyone some heals.
Now that's more like it.
And the best thing about Fleetfoot, yes, we're faster. With the slow on Blinding Wind, we're able to out-kite much stronger heroes like Garrosh.
Much better.
Kind of fully expect Gazlo to try and backdoor us.
I'm feeling good.
Good kill. And she's going to die for no reason.
Couldn't have done better myself.
Man. Pretty terrible. She just wouldn't have died there. We'd be standing at 5 heroes right now. We might have a chance to push this fort.
Slay this enemy and our chances will improve.
If we back up now, we basically lose. That keep is going to go down no matter what.
Hey, eat this.
Without Lucio's help, there was no way to keep him alive. So I called the Gazlo backdoor. I think that was a pretty easy call. But Morpheus should have had no problem taking out a Gazlo. Especially if he's trying to fight, you know, under the core.
Thanks for the relief.
Now that's more like it.
And we got to keep them alive now. Stand in the invulnerability stuff.
You are like the best healer ever. I've got just the trick.
And we should be able to get Garrosh here. Yeah, we'd rather he toss me than toss anyone else. Let's make sure we get the slow. And he's going to make it through the gate. So let's go around. So now we're, you know, very much in the lead in terms of healing. For our team anyway. Their Alex is also having a pretty great time. Oh no. I got caught out for the first time, but we have a lot of like backup heals we can use. Once again, we almost prefer them tossing me to someone else. And that blind on Alex was pretty clutch. That was 2 huge AoE attacks she didn't get to use.
Are you trying to show me?
And let's use Mistweaver, that does a ton of healing. Oh no, get out! Yes, fleet-footed, baby. And let's pop this. Get those jugs going. And get everybody nice and topped off. Make sure we use Mistweaver again. Give the Serpent to Tyrael. And now we have the option to slow.
Much better.
I see a chance there to do some pretty serious damage. Another Mistweaver for a lot of heals.
Much better.
Yeah, if we're going to keep fighting under this, we need to take it out. I need one more second on Mistweaver. Got it. Big heal. And we're going to win, despite everybody's complaining. Just going to try and be a gentleman about it.
Alright, this medic's my new best friend.
I don't mind taking a hit because it sets my fleet foot. Keep everybody topped off, or try to.
Thanks for the pick-me.
Yeah, you can check the stats here. By far and away the best healer. Did almost as much damage as some of the other people on the team. And,
MVP.
yeah. Not much to say about that. Also didn't die that many times. So, you don't have to, you don't have to talk crap and someone gave me the vote. That's nice. I'll go ahead and give it to Gazlo. You don't have to say bad things to your opponents when they're saying bad things to you. Sometimes you can just prove that you know what you're doing just by throwing up the stats and making the plays. Obviously not dying once, having the best healing in the game, still managing to do some decent DPS. And I think you saw there my cycling of abilities at the end was super helpful in keeping us alive. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I play a lot of Lili. So let's see what, it might show what level I am. Yeah, I mean, I'm almost level 20. And, yeah, so that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. And feel free to catch me in the next one. Take care.